Hey guys, you probably have heard the headlines that churches can immediately reopen. Maybe what you didn't know is underneath all of that, there are lots of restrictions and limitations. So we have been poring over those to try to determine, is it okay for us to reopen our building? So as we dug through some of those, we discovered that there's a lot of limitations and it really doesn't feel like us. Let me just give you a couple of examples. One, there's a limit on the amount of people who can be in the building. If you've been attending services here at Journey, you know we have a small building and we've just been doing 5 services on Sunday to get everyone in and out. Difficult to find a parking place, difficult to find a seat, but on our best calculations, we can only put, with our staff and volunteers, close to 150 people here in the building. That's with social distancing, taking chairs out, removing spaces so that people can be spread out. Also, we can't have kids ministry at all. Everyone would have to wear a mask. No one could stand in the foyer, shake hands, and gather and just fellowship and talk. Not even out on our patio or in our parking lot. We'd be encouraging people to leave. On top of that, it's being highly encouraged not to do congregational singing. So no kids' church, spread out with a handful of people wearing masks, not singing, doesn't feel like Journey Church. So throughout the time we've been saying, when we can do kids ministry properly, safely and appropriately, and when our in-person experience is better than our online experience, then we're gonna step back into having church here in the building. As you know, I keep saying the church isn't closed. It's more open than it's ever been. Our building is just closed. Because of your generosity and because of your giving and because of your engagement, more and more people are coming to know Jesus and starting to follow him. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for being involved. I know that in our church, there are people who are in all different categories. And I saw a pastor use this as an illustration. I thought it was beautiful, perfect for us. He says, there's so many people who are in the green category. I'm ready to go. I don't wear a mask. I think we should reopen the economy. Let's go. I don't even know if this is true. You might be in the green category. Many of us, probably most of us, are in the yellow category. I'm cautious. I'm ready to come back to church. I just don't know. I have children, or I'm regularly around people who are in the immune compromised category. I'm going to wait and see. That's where a lot of us are. Some of you are in the red category. It might be because you've gotten sick, or you have a loved one who's gotten sick, or God forbid passed away from the disease. Maybe you're a cautious person by nature, and you've just said, look, I'm not coming back for the foreseeable future. I'll continue to watch online. I enjoy doing that. There are people in all 3 of these categories in our church from very different positions. And we're one church, and the Bible tells us to preserve and keep and fight for unity. So it's not so much when we reopen, but how we reopen with the right spirit and the right attitude. So I just want to encourage you to pray for your pastors. Pray for the leadership team of our church. Pray for our board as we make these decisions. Guys, we've never done this before. We've never had to reopen a church building and invite people to come. Typically on a Sunday before we closed, over 2,000 people were attending weekly. Thousands of more people in our community call this church home. And we want to do the best we can to reopen our building in the wisest way possible. Just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right or wise. And we're leaning in and playing the long game and asking God, when's the right time for us to open? So pray for us. Our pastors are working hard. In fact, guys, I just want to tell you, our pastoral team is working 2 or 3 times harder than I've ever seen them work to gather and lead our church. So I just wanted to give you a little brief update. For right now, we're waiting. For right now, we're pausing. For right now, we're continuing to meet online, and then we're going to plan some socials here in the parking lot, some other chances for us to get together in person throughout the community and doing watch parties. But thank you so much for your engagement and involvement in our church. I pray for us as God gives us wisdom about how to reach.